Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. Time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It is Monday, April 19th, and we have one game on the schedule involving an area team. That is the Denver Nuggets playing host to the Memphis Grizzlies tonight at Ball Arena, and the Nuggets are heavy favorites in this one. They are -7.5. The over-under has moved a little bit. Earlier today on BetMGM, it was 225.5. It's now currently up to 226.5. Some books around the country actually had it as high as 227 earlier today, but those are the spread and the overs. As you look at this game, I think it's going to be a really, really fun matchup tonight. Memphis is on game 3 of a 7-game road trip. They won their first 2 games, including a victory at Milwaukee the other night. The Nuggets are, of course, playing their 3rd game without Jamal Murray, who is out for the season after tearing his ACL on Monday against the Warriors. They are 2-0 in those 2 games. But I tell everybody this. Look, the Heat, who they beat in their first game without Jamal Murray, were on their second night of a back-to-back here in Denver. They were coming off a 20-point loss to Phoenix. Take that for what it's worth. Then they beat a really, really bad Houston Rockets team. So those 2 games, I think, can be a little bit misleading when you're looking at how this Nuggets team is going to play overall without Jamal Murray. Still, I really like the Nuggets in this one. I was leaning over too. I thought about really taking the over, especially earlier today when it was at 225.5. Now that it's moved up, I've kind of come off that a little bit. I may still play it personally. The over is actually cashed in 7 of the last 8 games for the Grizzlies. In their last 18 games, the Grizzlies are averaging 118 points, and in their last 18 games for the Nuggets, they're averaging 115 points. So I think this could be a really high-scoring affair tonight at Ball Arena. The over is actually 18-11 in Nuggets home games this season. So you can see why I'm kind of leaning over there. I think I may play that personally, but my official play for tonight for this segment is actually going to be contrary to that. It's going to be the Kyle Anderson under 12.5 points. That's juiced at -115. That is hit in 4 straight games. Kyle Anderson under 12.5 points. He had just 2 points in 18 minutes when these 2 teams met last month. He's shooting just 28% from the field in his last 4 games. He really struggles against Denver for whatever reason. You go back to the 3 games these 2 teams played last year. He had 4 points, 3 points, and 7 points. So for whatever reason, this is not a good matchup for Kyle Anderson, and I think that trend continues tonight. I think you could see Michael Porter Jr. guarding him for a little bit. I think you also could see some Aaron Gordon, and the Nuggets bench is actually playing pretty well as of late. So that's part of the reason why I like the Kyle Anderson under 12.5 points as my best bet for tonight on BetMGM. One other note for you, Nikola Jokic. Obviously, he's the guy that's going to have to continue to play really, really well if this Nuggets team is going to do anything without Jamal Murray. His points tonight is now Lions boosted. Nikola Jokic to score 30 or more is now plus 325. So for every dollar you put down, if Jokic scores 30 or more, that's going to return $3.25. Something to think about if you feel like Jokic could be in for a big night, especially when you consider that the Nuggets have been off for the last 2 days. So they will be well rested, so to speak, as far as this NBA season is concerned. I like the Nuggets to win. And again, my best bet for tonight, Kyle Anderson under 12.5 points. That is going to do it for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks.